I've been coming to the Philippines now since 2012 when I first set up 10 foundations, and our livelihood project is probably the most important thing that we do. It's employing all these lovely ladies that you see here, all from very poor backgrounds, earning a living, many of them for the first time in their lives. But I think this last visit, I've been here for 3 weeks, and just last week we had probably one of the worst typhoons, certainly that I've ever experienced in Balayan, and most of the people here expressed the same. It was non-stop for 2 days. Normally a typhoon was over quite quickly, but this one lasted, as I say, non-stop. Heavy rain, a lot of wind, a lot of damage. The power was out, so you can imagine what it was like. And if anything that we have ever done brings it home to me, the need for our housing project. A lot of you guys have already heard us talking about our housing project and the need for decent housing for the ladies of our livelihood project. And this typhoon just really reinforced that. And we'll show you the little video. This is Michelle here, who features a lot in the wee video that we'll show you. And the extreme conditions that she has to endure, and here she is back at work with a big smile on her face as usual. And I just think this for me makes me want to do it even more. We have to do this. We have to get this housing project off the ground as soon as possible. We've got the land up and running. There's a bit of information about it at the end of this video, but let's try and get as much money together as we can to make this happen over the next wee while. So watch the rest of this video, and yeah, thanks, Michelle. This is the house of Michelle, who's standing over there behind Michael. This is Michelle, and she will obviously be one of the recipients of our housing project. This is the sort of living in the middle of a typhoon, and the Philippines gets hit by up to 20 typhoons a year, so this is not an unusual occurrence.
And as you can probably see behind us, which is just gushing in with water, Michelle's bedroom into the right, and Michelle's kitchen here, which is just completely drowned. You can see this little boy here behind you as well, that's completely embracing the weather, but not an ideal atmosphere for a child to be living in and growing up in. You can see the dire conditions that are around us, and particularly at this time through what is a stage 3 cyclone, now more than ever, how much we need your support. We're here at Ate Emma's house, which fortunately survived Typhoon Kristine, but barely. They had to reinforce the house, this is the house, with additional bamboo to make sure that the roof hadn't fallen off. You can already see the condition of the house that houses 7 people. And I want to just show you what this looks like when you go inside. We're going to have to be quite careful going down here because it is very muddy and it's still quite wet, especially as we go inside the house. We also have to be quite careful because a lot of this iron that has evidently been here for some time, even when I did that, you could see even some of the iron starting to fall off. It's that rusted. It's also very sharp. Probably 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters. That room sleeps 7 people. 7 people go to bed at night in that. I can't really imagine what this room would have been like in the middle of Typhoon Kristine. Surprised that this, I can't even describe this as a house. I'm surprised this even survived. The 10 Foundations housing project that has been set up by, as we like to call him here, Papa Ian, aims to build up to 40 houses in a piece of land that's just been acquired by 10 Foundations. People like Emma are set to be the beneficiaries of a housing project like that. Being born, bred and buttered in Belfast, it's very hard to imagine living in an environment like this. Living in a room of that size with 6 other people. It reinforces that the work that Ian is doing here will greatly impact the lives of not only Emma, but Emma's husband, Emma's 5 children, and so many others. Emma has managed to learn a skill to earn a livelihood. That old philosophy of give someone a fish, feed them for a day, teach someone how to fish, feed them for a lifetime. Emma's been able to learn new skills by being able to sew. Those school bags that are then sold in Northern Ireland and elsewhere help empower the livelihoods of those living here in Belfast. But the next stage of that project is to be able to make sure that people like Emma can live in much better conditions than this. Not only Emma, but Emma's whole family.
We're here at our new biennial village 2. This is the bit of land, it's behind us here, at 1 hectare of land, 10,000 square meters, and we're going to be building approximately 40 to 50 homes on it for the ladies of our livelihood project. I think I'm here with John and Michael and Arlene, our manager here in the Philippines, and John and Michael are both from Belfast. The volunteers from Northern Ireland and have been great help to me over the years. I think coming here this past 4 or 5 days, especially with the typhoon that we've had, it's one of the worst typhoons that I have certainly experienced in the Philippines in all the years that I've been coming here. And we went to visit a couple of houses, and that just brought it home. It certainly brings it home to me. And I think Michael and John really got the reason that we're doing the housing project. And as I say, this bit of land behind me here, it goes up the road about 150 metres, and this way about 50 or 60 metres, and it will be spectacular, hopefully.
Then I look at this land and I think Pagasa. I hope that Ate Emma can live in a much safer, much more comfortable house, not only for her, but for her 5 children as well.
For me, what was staggering is the land that they live on down there. They can be kicked off at any moment by the landlord, and to have a secure permanent base here on Ian's land makes it so much more long-standing for them and secure and permanent, that they can really have a home and make it a home and maintain that home, which is so important to me, and especially under the trust of Ian Campbell.
It's all about raising money now. We're going to, again, I think for me, every time I come here, you just get inspired. Like, I'll go back home now, rejuvenated and ready to go and ready to torture people for money. So expect a big donation drive, and let's make this happen. We can make it happen.
Brick by brick.
And yes, and we were singing a wee song at karaoke last night, and the one from Journey,
Yeah.
Don't Stop Believing. And that's what I've said to all those ladies and Arlene and everyone. Don't stop believing. We can do it.